another banger.
Hey yo, it's my 426 Factor, back with another one, and today I'm here to talk about ranked. It's about to be a little less than 1 week since the second split of rank has occurred, where we're on World's Edge. The first split was on Stormpoint, and I just want to talk about it because I feel I have a lot of thoughts about the changes and how they both improved and maybe also kind of make ranked a little bit harder, especially if you're doing it by yourself like me. I don't have really set squads. I'm just really doing a bunch of randoms, and it's really taking a lot of effect, especially if they're playing a certain playstyle which doesn't really cater towards this style of range and how the developers want you to play it as. So I just want to leave my thoughts here and see how everyone else feels about it. So the first thing about it is that this new system of ranked is way more oriented about team placement. It's so much to the point which you can get about like even 8 kills or something even extreme in the first like 5 minutes. But if you're not in the top like 12, 13 squads, those KP points will only be like 1. It won't even matter. It wouldn't even make a difference and just still get negative RP. So it's very crazy to the point where it's like even deterring me and even some of my teammates from even going to like high loot areas like you would in pubs, which makes sense because this range is like way more cautious than public matches, which is not really much of a incentive to deter you away from going to high area POIs where a lot of people land, right? Especially on World's Edge where a lot of people would land at Fragment West or Fragment East due to those places having a lot of people to usually fight against. So in that case, it really made me be more cautious. But the thing that's so tough about even playing ranked, especially with randoms, is that some of them don't even care about that. So much so they'll just fight it out and they'll just land at a place where even if it's very illogical to even land there, especially in terms of you'll have to make a lot of teams and you face third party, which you have to do in many places. It will cause it to be such a case in which they'll still land there and believe that, we can just land here and then get a bunch of KP, which could be a case, but even then, based on more times than not, you're gonna get killed, especially if you're the first two teams fighting. It's like a lot of people in that area. So with that being said, let me just look over some of the changes that they made because I wanted to actually have a list of what they did and just give my thoughts and also how I felt throughout it being ranked. Currently, I did like 1 day of grinding and it was like decent. I got like I think to bronze too. In my terms of grinding, it's not the same as other people grinding. Some people be like 8 hours. I'm more like a person who does like 2 to 3. I can't do too much. So there's that. One major change is that there's no kill or RP cap anymore, which that's a very good thing. That's very helpful, especially if you're in later fights, which I believe that's like the best way to even get RP in this current system is just to land in an area which there's only maybe like one person or is like very close to like a major POI. So for example, with World's Edge, I'll land more towards the POI just above Capital City, in which then you can just loot up. Maybe there's one team in that area, you can just fight them off, and then there's not going to be that much risk in the third party, and then you could just go and then try to attack like teams that are fighting major POI not that far away, which that's what I usually do, but I know that's not everyone's style. And then some people, and like another way I feel like is maybe just not even just landing 4 in the first place and then just waiting for later fights in which then you're way more kitted, you have a better chance of fighting, and then you have better positioning because it's not going to be usually as chaotic and it's not going to feel as if it just came out of nowhere, which that's like one problem with landing at a major POI because of third parties and then just how random it is, and even loot because of how RNG just affects it in terms of you may get great loot when you come off the floor, but if you don't, you're going to be really fucked. So there's situations like that in which I believe that landing in a highly contested place isn't as incentivized as it once was with the old system. So that's one thing. Also on the website it said that the first 3 eliminations are worth about 100%. The subsequent 3 are worth about 80%. And anything after that is worth about 20%. Meaning that it still have value, but it's not gonna have the same value as the first 3 kills. Meaning that, of course, get as many kills as you possibly can, but that magic number, at least in terms of getting the max, like if you had a low amount of KP, but you can still get like the most value out of it, would be at least to get 3. So, which I think genuinely, if you're gonna play a very deep game, you are gonna at least fight against about like at least a team or 2. So that should at least get you 3 KP, which is very good. Yeah, assist rules. Oh yeah, so assists. I love this change because it used to be too short in terms of being able to get your assist off, because especially if you're shooting from a distance, or even if you did fight a team up close but then they ran off, or like another team's fighting, or if you get in third party you have to disengage, being able to at least have that timer expand more instead of being 10 seconds now to be 15 seconds is very crucial, and it also does help in terms of getting KP. So I love that change as well. Moving along, there's also tier demotions. Tier demotions are, it's weird. It's weird, especially in terms of if you're in bronze, because remember I didn't really do that much of rank, so I started off at bronze 4. Like if I knew it was gonna be this bad in terms of like trying to rank up with like random and stuff, I would have tried so much harder in the last rank. Season 12, I would have tried so much harder to try to get better ranks, at least, you know, start off with at least a higher floor, but no, I'm starting from bronze 4, and it's not easy at all. Yeah, so you can get demoted from anywhere. You can be at a bronze 1 and somehow get all the way demoted to bronze 4, which, I don't know, I feel like that's almost impossible to do, because if you're a decent enough player and have at least a decent enough IQ of how to play, it should be not too much of an issue to move up from bronze 1, or at least maintain bronze 1 and then move into silver, because that's what I did last rank split. I think about like 3 major days when I actually really did rank, and I got into like silver 4, and that's what ranked randoms, and I'm not even that good. So if that's the case, you should be able to get into silver pretty easily, especially if you're playing with a 3-stack squad. And I think this change even influence you to even maybe not do randoms as much. Maybe unless like, because if you're with randoms that are not very good, or that don't have much positional IQ, it would have a problem, which you could lose a lot of RP very quickly. But if you're like with a team that you know your own strengths and you know how to play, it wouldn't be as much of a problem to me. So I feel like it's a change in which, how do I explain it? A change in which it shouldn't affect you as much in lower tiers, because it's still not that high. Like from bronze 4, I think you start from like -15, at least from what from Apex website says, like -15, and then masters is all the way up to like 75 RP that you lose, which that's very crazy. I don't have to worry about that anytime soon, but it's just something like to put out there. You will lose 75 RP if you're in masters, and the minimum if you're in bronze 4 is 15, and it just increases slightly up from there. It increases 3 RP from there. So bronze 4 is 15, bronze 3 is 18, bronze 2 is 21, bronze 1 is 24, silver 4 is 27, 30, 33, 36, and so on and so forth, all the way up to 75, which you'll get the masters. Kill RP. I already kind of touched base on this and how it helps. That's not just kills and assists solely. It also includes the total amount of kills that your team had in total, so that helps a lot. Kill tier differences. Yeah, they made it a little bit of a difference to this. I don't really notice it that much, but I may be wrong about that. So if someone's like -3 tiers difference to you, it's still gonna be the same. If it's -2, season 12 it was 50%. Now it's 70%. If the tier difference is -1, season 2 was about season 12. My bad. Is 80%. Season 13 is 100%. If there's no tier difference, then it's gonna be still 100% to 100%. If it's one tier difference and it's like +1, then it'll be 120% for season 12 kill modifier, and then it'll still be 100% for season 13 now. If it's +2, so let's say you're bronze, you kill someone in gold, or would it be silver? I don't know. Listen, it will in season 12 it will be 150%. Now it still be 150%, and then if it +3, it will be +3 tiers. It will still be 200% from season 12 to season 13. So they made a slight difference, not much of a difference. Like I didn't really notice it that much in terms of the tier differences making that much of a difference in the kill modifier, but I guess that's just what it is. Introductory tier. Bronze was I'll just read what the website says because I don't know how to really like interpret it from what I'm skimming through here. It just says bronze was the only tier without an entry cost. Any invested player would eventually climb out of it. So we are introducing a new tier, rookie. This tier will sit below bronze to act as a proper one-time only introductory tier to ranked. It will not have any ranked rewards associated with it. Existing players are unaffected by the introduction of the rookie tier and can now be demoted into it. It cannot be demoted into it, and likewise will not be reset into it on new splits of season. So this is basically if you never play ranked one day in your life and you just got into it, you can play to rookie tier, which will just give you an introduction to ranked. So yeah, that basically has no effect on anybody who has been playing ranked. If you played ranked for like several seasons, this has zero effect on you at all. So at least from what I gathered from that information. RP thresholds. Yeah, there's not much of a threshold. There's no thresholds now, so you can get demoted between tiers. So if you somehow go to silver 4, you can't get demoted back to bronze 1. If you get to gold 4, you can get demoted back to silver 4, and so on and so forth from there. They're talking about third-party kill stealing fix. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I don't really think they really did much about this because, we have fixed the long-standing issue where kill credits were intentionally transferred from eliminated teams. Previously, when Team A downs players from Team B and Team A subsequently eliminated, players from any team can misappropriate these down players on Team B for kill credits by executing them, regardless for their involvement in the initial conflict. The issue has been fixed and these kills are now properly voided. Kills are earned, not given. Okay, so basically, in turn, if you get third party, you die, right? And then the team that kills you gets credit for the team that you killed. They won't get credit for it anymore, which I feel that's fair because that's like very like unfair. And they didn't really do much. They just heard sounds and they're just able to execute on it. But besides that, I haven't had much to say about that. I haven't encountered that too much in the sense that I haven't really done that many third parties in which I can say if that statement is true or not. It is true, but it hasn't affected me as much to maybe some other players who usually do a lot of third party has happened to. So there's that, and that's really all the changes that happened, which I'm a little surprised. I thought it was a little bit more, but overall, my impressions from this ranked season, I liked it. I like it overall. I feel like it's really making a change from people who are great to average, because even average players, if they put a lot of time in and they were able to like 3-stack, they were able to maybe get up to like diamond, even like platinum, even diamond. Like hell, there was one season where I actually somewhat tried and actually had a little bit of a squad that even to play with, and I got into Platinum 4, and I didn't even, first off, I'm a decent player at best, and then I didn't even though, and I only played with like a set squad, like only like several times. I only played with like maybe like a week max, in terms of that split. So yeah, it was pretty easy to rank up now. Now it's a little more challenging. Now you just gotta be way more efficient. You gotta be way more logical with when you're gonna push and when you're not gonna make several errors. So I don't have much of a problem with how it is now in terms of the system they made. I actually like the additions. The only thing that kind of sucks is, I guess, in lower tiers of this RP minus RP, only to the point where it kind of it's when you're with like randoms and it like kind of sucks. That's who I play with the most. I play with randoms the most. I don't really have a set squad in which we have like a certain game plan. We know what we're gonna do. So that's like the only problem. But besides that, I like the changes. I think the changes are overall, just in general, Apex when they make changes, most of the time is really good. It may take a while to adjust to it, but overall, it's for the betterment of the game. Which, if they believe so, and I haven't had much negative to say about it, then yeah, I believe these changes were changes that needed to be happening in the game in order for it to, in order for rank to be way more of a competitive game mode in which the best are with the best and not and the average players with the average players, and you know people who are not that good, they play against people who are not that good. So overall, I don't have much to complain about with this ranked series. I do like it a lot. It is chaotic to the sense that we're all trying to acclimate to it and see what style we need to play in order to maximize the RP. But besides that, ranked is pretty much good. I don't have much to complain about.